Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xah Talk Show. Today is August 18th, 2019, Sunday, California time. Greetings, Bartholomew. And so today's topics. So Bartholomew says, "I choose four random." Okay, let's talk about random. So who else is here? Bartholomew. Bartholomew, you are here, but Google tells me zero watching. So there is a conflict of information. So Bartholomew, are you here still? Like type something. Oh, there it is. So Para Warrior, I'm okay with random. Okay, so a lot, looks like people like the random thing. And random is actually easier to talk, is easy, because I can just talk random as opposed to a tutorial which tends to be it's hard to do. You have to be fluent with the language, like you coded in the past month or two every day, and then you have to know the language very well. Then you have to organize it, in real time. Since I'm not prepared, then I have to like stop, you know, I have to stop that. And also, when you talk about some technical stuff like, JavaScript or Golang, people don't watch it because when you talk about technical detail, especially like when if I'm going to talk about JavaScript watts, all the tech details of JavaScript watts, you narrow your audience like immediately to 0.1% because few people actually code that particular language. I mean, first of all, most people are not programmers. Then you severely limit your audience. But also in that audience, for example, JavaScript or Golang or whatever, that audience is usually picky. There's lots of tutorials out there. They don't want to, if you talk about that, they want it to be really good. So so all things considered, if you just talk random, it is actually better because then you have more audience. You look at all the YouTube stars with millions of followers. You look at what they talk about every day. They talk about shit, like drama, oh, this or that, or online gamers and stuff, and they are typically brainless. But it's a show, that's what they do. They talk about memes and funny pictures and stuff. Okay, so Xah Talk Show, and today is whatever it is, and we are so today's topic. Okay, random, and today, okay, so one random, we gotta start somewhere. This is my index page for Xah Talk Show, and okay, so let's put this here. So random, just anything random. Let's see, random keyboard key layout and Unicode stuff. Hey Justin, good morning. Great to see you, Justin. Justin is from Vancouver, Canada, and Justin is a Haskell coder and Scala coder. Hey guys. So Justin, any topics you are interested, just type it, okay? Because right now it seems like people want the random today. So we just going to, I guess I'll just visit, my all my blogs and start to talk about some random things. So let's begin. So any topic, anything you find interesting, just type it. Then okay, there's this Bitcoin. Bitcoin is something I think is tremendously critical, important, in society. I mean, not necessarily Bitcoin specifically, but in general, cryptocurrency. It's it's um, it's very important. Not just important, but it is going to change society. Doesn't matter what's your opinion. Even if you are government or not, doesn't matter. The society is going to change. Sooner or later, in 5 years, 10 years, it's gonna drastically change. But some people might say, I mean, the question is maybe actually it will never happen, but actually, so that's a main question. Will society, the world, adopt, cryptocurrency sometimes in the future? So I think the question is not whether it will happen, it is how soon it will happen. I'm talking about adoption, not like almost like universal, it's kind of like that kind of thing, not just regional or among hackers or among us. Of course, today most government they don't want that, and but this is something, Bitcoin. You see this thing, cryptocurrency. It's not something you want or not. It's there and it's out. It's like genie out of the bottle. It's like internet. It's unstoppable. So it will happen. It's just a matter of like how soon. 5 years, 10 years. And of course, right now it's already it's already very extremely significant already in terms of economy. People are doing things with it. Let's see. So yeah. So since I'm doing a random chat, I'm gonna read the comments more often. Now, if my voice went away or something went wrong, say it right away. Okay. So let me know. Sometimes I went on 5 minutes without voice or something. So let's look at the chat, and so let's get back to Bitcoin in a moment. So let's see. So Justin says, did you see there is a big announcement tomorrow by Bitcoin creator? No. What is it? What announcement? The real Satoshi Nakamoto promised to unravel the mystery of his truly. Oh, CNN. Wow, that would be something. Thank you for that news. I didn't know, so I'll out keep an eye out on it. Yeah, but it's but CNN, I don't trust CNN. Anything CNN says, maybe it's just another clickbait. So am I familiar with cryptocurrency? That's a thing. I not really. I know it's based. I know the basic concept how it works. It's based on these basically blockchain. Okay, let me talk about maybe I think I could I'll be able to give a how it works, the basic concept. Because a lot of people don't know. I guess there are a lot of people still don't know. CNN market. What do you mean CNN? CCN markets. What do you mean? What's CCN? Oh, not CNN, CCN. What's CCN market? So cryptocurrency. So basically, the idea is this. So it's based on blockchain. Okay. So what is blockchain? I'm trying to explain this to programmers so you can get a really solid understanding what's the gist. I mean, what actually makes the whole concept work. But I don't know the tech detail. I'm not I'm not even close to. I don't know the tech details. So in case you can read Wikipedia and so on. So anyway, blockchain. First of all, understand there is a hash function. So hash function, you probably are familiar. Basically, hash function is a function. So you have a bunch of number. You have a number. Okay, let's say a number, and you apply the function. Put the number into the function, and the function comes out another number. Now, the special property about this function, why it's so critical is that the number it's impossible to find out what is the input from the output. So given the output, a number of this function, it is basically impossible to find out what input gave that output. Okay, so this function is called hash function. Cryptographically level hash function. Anyway, it's a hash function. It's so-called hash function. Now, I was talking about input numbers and output numbers, but you remember any text, like this text here, is a number basically because it's bytes. Bytes convert to number basically. So mathematically, it's a number, a function that takes a number and output another number. But in computer science, practically speaking, usually it's text. Just a bunch of text as input, then output another text, and it is impossible. Given the output text, it's impossible to find out what is the original text. Now that is a hash function. This property, impossible to find out what's the input. That's a key thing. So okay, first of all, so you have hash functions. Then so you have hash function. This is like the most elementary key. Without this, nothing works. Without this, the cryptography, the current doesn't work. Okay, nothing works. So hash function, that's the most fundamental. Then you have what's called blockchain. Okay, blockchain. So what is that? So basically, so you begin with a text, input. For example, this block of text. Okay, so you begin with a bunch of text. You apply the hash function. You come out with another text, a string. Okay. Then with that string, you attach whatever information you want. Like let's say my blog or Twitter post or whatever. Let's say I went out to see the full moon. Let's say that's the text. I went out to see the full moon. That's information. Okay, let me begin again. So I begin with a piece of information, whatever text it is. I went out to see the full moon, or today's a nice day, or I borrowed $5 from you, or I'm selling my Mac to someone, okay, and he owed me $1,000. Anything, a piece of text, okay. Now you take the text, put into the hash function. It comes out, a quick, cryptic, comes out another text. Okay, so what? So you do this again. Okay, let me continue. Let me continue. Okay, let's say so today. Okay, so I did this today. I have I wrote a diary. I put into a hash function, come out a piece of string. Now I publish this to the web. So I publish. Anyway, so today I did this. Okay, now tomorrow I'm gonna write another diary. I bought a car from you or whatever. That's another piece of text. Then I combine this text with the hash output from yesterday. Combine it, join string, string join. So that's a new piece of text. Now I feed that piece of text into the hash function. So it comes out another piece of cryptic string. Okay, this is tomorrow, and publish this. I publish this kind of like a tree thing. I publish it so anyone can see. Then next day I do the same thing. So after several days I have a chain. Like a chain. You begin with the text into the hash function, come out a piece of text. Then you have a new text merge with that output, then put into hash function and come out another hash key. then you add another new text, and so on. Each time it's published. Okay, this is basically, this is called hash chain. Now remember, the hash function property is that you cannot find out from the output what is the input. So you cannot, given you, yeah, you cannot like regenerate this chain from the end. You cannot do that. You can only start from the beginning. So anyway, so this is a hash block. This is so-called blockchain. Okay, that's a basic idea. The technical details is very complicated. A bit, if you want to implement, but that's a basic idea. Uh, so today's topic is just random. Okay, so I'm trying to explain what is a blockchain. So anyway, so you have this blockchain. So what? So what? Why is it? Okay. So next is that, so far we have a blockchain that's just myself. Like my diary. Each time I change it. Uh, okay. I don't think I'm not sure I can do, do a good job on this. But anyway, let me try. Okay. So far it's just myself. Now suppose you guys join me, 5 people. Let's say, or it could be, all the world's population. Anyway, let's say you guys join me. So together we are writing let's say, collective blog. Let's say all of us, the 10 of us together are a society. So tomorrow, so okay, so far I have a blockchain of just myself. Sequential. It's linear. But now you guys can join me. So let's say today, one of you, let's say Green Deck. Okay, you write a blog. You write whatever that's interesting to you. You take the blockchain's, the hash key, combined with your message, whatever you wrote. Then you apply the function, hash function. Then it comes out another text. You see. And someone else, let's say GNU Bernie, okay, Bernie Sanders, you can do that too. So this, you can do that too. So this hash chain, I mean, the idea is just, you have some text, you combine with whatever is the last output in the chain, in a key, then you merge them and apply the hash function, then you got a new key. So this hash chain becomes a hash tree, with many participants. We are all in it. And remember, because of the hash function property, it is impossible to, start from the bottom of the tree and find out what is comes before. And so we have this tree of hash chains. And the point here, okay, so now we have this tree of hash chain, blockchain. The important critical point is that nobody can change any information in a tree, because in order to do so, if you change any information, the hash function doesn't work I mean, it doesn't. We already have a tree, right? We already have of a tree. You can only like add new things at the bottom, add to the chain. It is impossible to change, some messages, some diary I wrote, 2 days ago. It's impossible, because if you change it, then all the hash functions value will be different, because you know how this works. Everyone can, it works by text combines with a key, then hash function, then come out another key, and text combined with that key come out another key. This is the tree. So if you change any information there, you basically have to generate new tree. All the hash keys, they will not match. That is the important thing. So we have this hash tree. It's distributed to all the people, on the internet, and nobody can actually change something, because once you change, then you got two different trees. They don't match. but you need to change everybody's tree. And also, once you change, you have to change all the things below it, because the hash function, it has to work out. So the point here is, once you have this blockchain, okay, the point is that nobody can tamper with it. You know, Now the critical point about this hash chain is that when you apply this to financial record, money. Like today, I owe you $20. uh, you know, and tomorrow Green Deck owes someone money, things like that, distributed and immutable, exactly. So yeah, exactly. So so the critical point is that nobody can. You have a record in the form of this block tree. You have a record of things, and nobody can actually change anything because anyone else will know, because it is impossible for that person to fix everything and make sure. It is impossible because of the hash function, the chain, the chained way of using the hash function. But what's the critical point to society is that, so now you have a record that nobody can actually tamper with. That is the key thing. Then you use this in financial services. Then um, that is how why that is the impact. That is how it's useful. Now, okay, back to the Bitcoin. Now, I don't know how the Bitcoin currency actually come into play. I mean, how does it work? I don't know. I you know I only know so far that that's the basic idea of the blockchain idea. And the reason why it is immutable, why nobody can tamper with it. So then, I mean, but I guess the Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency is basically using this idea and to make transactions, money transactions, and also to generate currency. I don't know how that works. So anyway, I'm mentioning this because I think that's Bitcoin, the idea to me is critically important. It's great, but I never actually spent much time to learn it. I think I really should. This is something I really want to, but I didn't spend much time to study it. I should. And there's in the past few years since the Bitcoin was born, like how long was it? 6 years ago or something. Oh, or even 10 years ago. But so there are a lot things have happened. There's Silk Silk Road. I've read the story of that guy, Silk Road. Let's type it. That guy is kind of a sad story. And we are talking about what, billions of dollars worth, going around in this Bitcoin land. Um, Oh, so Justin says the original paper is a good read, only 9 pages. Okay, okay, that is the impetus for me to read it today. Okay, let me copy that. Uh, uh, Copy. So I want to read that. So there's so many things to do every day. Twitter, political stuff, Emacs. And mathematics. Oh my God, math. I have so many things I need to read about math. But usually you get tired or bored, or uh, so usually people, we are human beings, human animals. Okay, so and we have a habit. We need, like Twitter. We need someone to like post something brainless, and then we started to, we start to reply or do that. That's kind of how humans are. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to read this paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic system. I want the original because these days, you cannot trust any link. They have like copies and clickbaits. So the source, I think I probably should try the Wikipedia to find the source first. Right? Yeah, so anyways, the Bitcoin, there are so many stories. I mean, there are already like billions going around. I mean, in terms of US money, and FBI is of course, CIA government is very involved. Like these banks and institutions. We programmers, we talk about random things on Reddit, on Twitter, and so on, Hacker News, but we just talk, oh, Bitcoin is great, we should all use it, or open source, stuff like that. But there are people, they don't talk, there's financial people. The CIA, those bankers, they don't talk about it. They see, they do, they are doing things. Um, so Bitcoin is already like 10 years old, and they are doing things with it, and also I know that China is actually the like 50% or the majority of places that's doing Bitcoin generating. There's like the world is so big. China, legally it is illegal. Chinese government, they have, it's illegal to trade Bitcoin. It's not legal. But a lot of it is from China. It's amazing, like more than 50% or something. Um, so what is this? Anyway, so this is just, well, I don't know. Anyway, so I need to read that paper about Bitcoin. So let's talk about maybe something else. Let's see. Thank you. Hey, Bernie Sanders, 2028. uh, Justin says, explains what you talked about just now and how transactions work between individuals. Okay, so yeah, I'll read that. Okay, what else? Let's see, what else? Bitcoin. So I actually have a Bitcoin account. Like someone gave me like 1 Bitcoin, like 7 years, 6 years ago. Donation from donations when I was in trouble. I think I have like 1 Bitcoin. So at one time 2 years ago, it's like $20,000 USD. Oh my God. But I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, but anyway, when you talk about money, there are lots of hidden dragons, crouching tigers. They you don't see them. They don't talk about things, but they do. So Bitcoin, there's the yeah. There's another story about Silk Road. Did I Silk Road? Silk Road is. I read the story. There's a story on reported by Wired. This guy, incredible, and but he's in jail now. You read the story where the FBI caught him in San Francisco, San Francisco library, right here. You read, how the FBI tried to catch him, and also he's a billion. I don't know how much millionaire, 100 millionaire because of Bitcoin. He's doing stuff on this Silk Road he created, and he's not a professional programmer. He's just like amateur programmer. He created a website, and then a young guy, a young white guy. There's a picture. Actually, I saved the picture of him with his family. So he become this magnet. Really, he's like one of the top 100 powers in the world. He's doing the Silk Road, and one day he's sitting in the San Francisco Public Library, doing talking to doing his Silk Road thing, Bitcoin. Then the FBI is already know is gonna is going to catch him. So FBI has plain clothes and agents all around surrounded And the FE, you know what, the FBI, they are afraid the moment he shut his laptop, because he's sitting there, doing typing or whatever. They are afraid that, if he close the laptop, then that's no good. They are all wasted because because these nerds, the Bitcoin stuff, cryptocurrency, you know, how, that, if, you are aware, so you can set up a system so that once you close your laptop or press a key, everything on your laptop will be deleted, so the FBI wants to catch him, but also they want to prevent him, just prevent him from closing the laptop while he's, because if I'm him, for example, I see something wrong, immediately I press some key or close the laptop, things got erased. so so anyway, Wired has the story. You can read it. I think I showed. It's linked on the Wikipedia. I think. Let's see. I think that's Wired, uh, published by Wired. By the way, Wired, used to be a OK article, OK magazine 10 years ago, in 1990s. Okay, but then today it's like it's fake news. Wired. It's but anyway, there's a what, you just search the guy's name, you'll find it. That's very interesting read. But okay, so Silk Road is one of the major chapter in Bitcoin history. But then there is another guy. Oh, this is a guy, Rose William Aldrich. Okay, he's in jail. He's in jail now. But anyway, I think I heard this year or last year that people are trying to make a pardon for him. Trying to ask Trump, or was it someone else? Yeah, I think Trump, to ask to give him a pardon. So anyway, so that's one thing. Then there's another big chapter in Bitcoin history. Is there is this Bitcoin exchange in Japan. They operate in Japan, called Mountain something. Anyone know the name? Yeah, if you read Bitcoin, you'll know. But so that's what I heard. So like there's a lot story, big story. Like, and also there are people who lost Bitcoin. That's worth millions of dollars. If you lost the key or something, then it's gone. And there are quite a few story, and people steal Bitcoin. They are hackers. Um, Hackers are very interesting. I mean, we're talking about this, real hacking. They cracker. Some people call them crackers. They um, and they are very different from programming. To non-programmers, you think, oh, we are all programmers. We must know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to hack. Well, I could know, but it's like a specialized. You have to. It's like specialized field. But also there are a lot of hackers. They seems to know a lot, but actually not, because actually they don't know how to program. They some like sometimes we call them script kiddies. You are young, you are a teenager. You don't know about programming, you don't know about computer science or theoretical computer science. You don't know nothing of that, and you don't even have programming experience. But however, you can hack. You go into this. You immerse yourself in this real hacker communities, and you learn. Okay, download this program will let you do this, and this program will hide your IP. But they don't know what IP is. I mean, they don't know TCP IP. They don't really know the details. But however, they can hack. Because immerse yourself in these hacker communities, and just download programs, install things, and things like that. um, well, that's one part of the hacker community. On the other hand, of course, there are professors in academia who who study cryptography, and and also they know how to hack. Anyway, I think I'm getting boring. So 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 Green Deck says, have you heard about Sci-Hub? Yes. What do you think about scientific papers being behind paywall? That's no good. That's all. It's all power struggle. Yeah, Mount Gox. That's a Mount Gox is the big chapter in Bitcoin. Yeah, there's so many things. I would like to read them in detail, like know exactly the story. It's almost like it's almost even better than reading a science fiction, because this is the real story. But the intrigue and all the stuff, it's like almost better than a science fiction. And this is not just in Bitcoin. This happened in hacker community, in computing history, Unix history a lot. Back in 90s, or 2000s, I do read them, but it keeps happening. But anyway, Mount Gox. And okay, so scientific publishing, Sci-Hub. Sci-Hub is this website that started by a teen girl, I think. Today's social media, everyone likes to talk about young girls or teen girls. Oh, they invented this thing, changed the world. Some of it is true though, but and this case is also it's true by a girl, a young girl from where is she from? She's from Eastern Europe, I think. Alexandra, Russia. Alexandra Elbakan. Okay, this girl. It's fascinating. So, oh, she's 30 years old. Okay, so she's not that young. Okay, so she created Sci-Hub, which is basically like, you could say one way to put it is that it's stolen. You steal all the scientific publication and put on your database. Then so people can all read it for free. Uh, I think it's great. I think it's great. Well, I don't necessarily. There are, that's not something I would do. Even if I could, that's I wouldn't do that. But it's a complex moral issue. It's not like just black and white. So anyway, she did this Sci-Hub. So, and the scientific publishers, there's one. It's hated by everyone. What's the name? That squeeze money. Oh, Kazakhstan. Oh, she is from Kazakhstan. Oh, great. Hey, Green Deck, were you in Russia? Are you the guy in Russia? I'm sorry, I forgot. Um, so anyway, so Sci-Hub, yeah. So oh, again, that reminds me of the Aaron guy who killed himself, also because of hacking. Oh yeah, you are in Russia. Great. Type some Russian. Show us. I like to see it. Say hello, like say whatever I said. Type some. You can type in Russia, right? Russian. Let's show some Cyrillic alphabet. Okay. Okay. Um. So okay, Sci-Hub. So there's many moral issues, and then there is this guy who is a scum. This guy who is a scum. Uh, .com, King.com. You know that guy? This guy King.com, he also does the same thing. He steal all the movies from Hollywood and put on his website so everyone can download. But this guy is a scum. This King.com. He's on Twitter. Megaupload. Yeah, that's right. Then he got the FBI, U.S. the media corporations, get the FBI how you call it, like stint, not stint, but like breaking, like King.com. He's a like 100 millionaire, like, or billionaire. He lives in New Zealand. That's how I learned about New Zealand. Then you started to look at the map and look at how it's like New Zealand. I think it's New Zealand, right? Or did I confuse it? Raid. That's the word, raid. So the King.com is in New Zealand. He has a castle, like a mansion, 100 rooms with 100 servants, whatever, 10 BMWs, 10 Porsche or whatever, helicopters. That's King.com. Is this fat guy? I don't. He's a scum. Okay, scumbag. He's the type, he just abuse things so that he becomes richer. That's his nature. You look at things, you don't judge. I mean, on one hand, the Megaupload, which is actually in a similar nature to this girl's GitHub. Yeah, I mean not GitHub, Sci-Hub. But there's a difference. There's quite a lot of differences. Anyways, so the King.com guy, he's in his house. The FBI have to like flag helicopters and drop in 100 FBI agents with machine guns and break into his house and caught him. Yeah, that's then after now he's the King.com guy is on Twitter. Now things happen. Then Trump got elected. Now he's like pro-Trump, anti the social justice gun. So things gets complicated. Then so now he becomes kind of a hero to some people. I'm anti social justice, so I like to support him. But then that's politics. It's very complicated. So he's like that King.com. I don't know what's the current situation of him. I mean, did he? So he's out of jail or what? I mean, so did the court say something? What is King.com? Did we find the? Oh, there's already. Let's go Wikipedia. Uh, Megaupload. Yeah, so all these stories. So why are all these stories? Bitcoin, Mount Gox, Megaupload, Sci-Hub, and Silk Road, because human animals, we each of us all struggle for power. Today I happens to be a nerd and poor, so I talk about these things, almost like in a night, as a good person, you know. But you never know what you're going to become, because it is very likely, if you are in their shoe, you probably do exactly the same. In other words, today I see this politician, I say, he's a scumbag, but it's like lottery, like if I was there, if I was in his shoe, possibly I'll do exactly the same. Of course, in his point of view, I mean, from his point of view, he don't think he is doing anything wrong. That's how. Anyway, that's getting complicated. So anyway, Silk Road. So I was going to say another guy, Aaron Schwartz. Okay, okay. I think we are starting to get into some areas that YouTube might want to censor. So maybe we should not talk too much about that. So he is also a big story. He's a hacker. He's one of the guy who started Reddit basically, and he ended up killed himself a few years ago, 6 7 years ago. Born died 2013. Yeah, and it turns out it's not because of hacking. It's because it has to do with WikiLeaks. Uh, anyway, let's not talk about that. Megaupload. Okay, so King.com, he's free. So what is the judgment? I mean they don't just let him go, right? I mean it must be something. Anyway, so maybe I'll probably read about it later to get myself updated. Mega NZ is its sequel. It is the best cloud provider available on the internet. Oh, really? So you use it? You like it? Uh, oh, so Mega MZ is popular. Uh, I haven't used any of these. Oh, and also since we are talking about these topics, there is also Pirate Bay, of course, who's Pirate Bay has been struggling for like over 10 years. Oh, that reminds me the open source. I don't really like open source because when you talk about Pirate Bay, you are talking about we are getting into the issues about patents or copyright and stuff, and also encrypted content, digital management system, things like that. Of course, the Free Software Foundation and most open source, vast majority, they oppose it. But the thing annoys me is that, you see, as you know, and probably some of you believe, when it comes to open source people and free software or open source, they say info must be free. Software must be free, info must be free. Like that's pseudoscience. That's meaningless. Like you cannot define exactly what you mean. Info must be free, or all things are free. All good things are free. That's what these open source ideology fuckheads say. Oh, info must be free. Oh, all good things in the world is free, like water and air. But if you actually try to define it, doesn't make sense. What do you mean air is free? I can give a counter example right away. Water and air is free. They say, okay, the best thing in life is free. Not so, not so. So best thing in life, food. You need food to survive. Is that correct? Is it free? Go fuck yourself. Those people. All the good things. The best things in the world is free. People say that. Of course, the open source free software ideologues, they say that. It's them who says that. Anyway, so when it comes to the Pirate Bay, among the open source and free software, some will support it. Openly, like, yes, we don't like Hollywood, we should, we just gonna pirate it, and so there's a sizable group of people among the open source or free software, they support openly the actions of Pirate Bay, meaning taking Hollywood movies, put it online free, okay, or any software, proprietary software. So some group, they openly support it. On the other hand, some of the open source and free software publicly, they do not support it. Okay, their stance would be something like, "Oh yeah, we are for free software or we are for open source. However, we do not, condone the Pirate Bay action." Usually, they don't say anything. Like they just shut up. this is the this is the hypocrisy part. One of the hypocrisy part of the open source and free software fuckheads, ideologists. So when they say something unjust, but however it relates to their ideology, they don't say anything. They don't go publicly go say, oh, Pirate Bay is no good. We should. They don't do that. On the other hand, there's another subgroup. They just quietly, like this is most people. They just quietly go to Pirate Bay and download movies they want to watch. They don't talk about anything. Vast majority of people are like that. They, including non-programmers. So what can you do? This is things like that. Anyway, I want to mention back about the Sci-Hub. So I think I think it's good. And also let me mention this logo. I love this logo. This logo is spectacular. It's the most beautiful and well designed. It's so beautiful. This you got the crow. Crow is the smartest, animal. One of the most smart animal. Okay, crow. So you got this crow and beautiful. We look at the how they the illustration of the feather. Like it's like stars. Like you know s- in a dark night you see all the stars. So it's like cosmological. Like the immense stars in the sky, and then the smart crow is holding a key. That's just that's fantastic. I love it. uh, so anyway, Sci-Hub, and there is the hold on a second. Sci-Hub. Okay, so Sci-Hub, yeah. So the evil publisher, there's one called that name just came to me, but I forgot right away. What? um Anyway, so scientific publications, it's all, the reason it's in underpaid else elsewhere. Elsewhere, thank you, green deck. Elsewhere, yes. The reason the scientific community is like that, because actually the entire thing, all the topics we talk about is basically a result of the human animal struggle for power, for money. That is it. There is actually, you cannot say, oh, this group is right, that group is wrong, or this ideology is good. It's not like that. It's intermeshed, complex. It's like almost like a cellular automaton. Things just happen. Chaos. Things just happen. um, so Elsevier, why they are there, why they pay war and stuff. Of course, they want to make money, and they become greedy, just like Google. Fuck Google. The originally do no evil now becomes the encompassing, the most evil entity in the universe. That's Google. We trusted it. We helped Google. Anyway, so Elsevier, of course, they are publishers. They become, rich and greedy, and then Sci-Hub happened, and also the scientists. Fuck the scientists. The professors and academia. Typically, they are all for open source. On they mouth about open source free software every day. The professors and academics, and they play along with Elsevier, of course. Otherwise, Elsevier would not be possible to exist like it was. It wouldn't be possible for Elsevier to become powerful, or rich, and with this paywall stuff. Why? Well, because the professors helped along. Why do professors help along? Because the professors, academics, they are concerned about their own welfare. They want to get tenure or whatever. They follow the career ladder. Those open source chanting professor academics. That they made Elsevier possible. Then Sci-Hub happened. Then they are all like, a lot of them, or at least they're all like, oh yeah, let's suppose Sci-Hub. It's all a phony, a show. Um, so okay, so that's that. So let's read some of the comments. Uh, so Bartholomew says it's the only one I can trust, at least to some degree. Oh, okay. So I'll make note of that. The Which is the what's the name? Mega NZ. Okay, okay. I'll check it out. Okay, this I need to like copy the stuff here so I can actually see. Uh, Mega NZ. You see, Emacs is so powerful. I can like navigate stuff. So Mega NZ. So okay, so Mega NZ is good. E2E encryption by default, and they don't bullshit. Oh, okay, so that's great. Uh, then okay, so this is great unless you need to make a living. Uh, so how long have I been talking? 50 minutes. Okay, that I think maybe we can, that's 1 hour. This is great unless you are making a living. Compare Mega NZ to Opera services like Dropbox or Google Drive. It's like comparing a Lamborghini to a bicycle. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, so definitely I need to check out Mega NZ. Now, is there a Wikipedia article? So you see, usually my first stop is Wikipedia, but remember, Wikipedia is not to be trusted. Most of the, not depending on type of the article. There, mega servers. You know, if it's anything about politics, or anything on the news, the Wikipedia article will you cannot trust it. It's all like colored. But typically for math programming stuff, you can trust it. Wikipedia. But anyway, most of the time, Wikipedia is my first stop. Once you read a lot of stuff, you can then when you see a Wikipedia article, you keep in mind how some articles are bad. But anyway, you can experience. Which part you can trust. But anyway, my first stop is usually Wikipedia because I can start to look up references. I've been using Wikipedia since 2004. So I know I can tell you some articles, all the references, even they have 100 references. All of them are from front end groups of some politics. For example, Falun Gong. I can tell you right away. Some of these powerful organizations, they have like 200 websites with different domains, and you don't know, like you cannot tell. You visit some news website, it says some news website, and it seems it's popular, but actually behind it, it's run by these these or that groups. So sometimes I can tell. And then also when it comes to social justice thing, you read a Wikipedia article, you see all the references are like pointing to fake news. But you have to have experience to know that, because average person, you will not be able to see. No. Anyway, Mega is a cloud storage and file hosting service offered by Mega Limited, an Auckland-based company. Wait, this also started by the King.com? I don't like the King.com guy. Uh, okay, bathroom music. So anyway, let's see what else articles here. I mean, comments. Lots of people. So Justin says lots of people that advocate for free software makes money in academia or institutions. Okay. Bartholomew says my autocorrect misspelled there. I meant to say other popular. Okay, other popular. Yeah. Bartholomew says I don't agree with your view on torrenting though. You mean the? I'm talking about torrenting the movies and the music. Those are, yeah. Well, in my opinion, okay. So yeah. So in my opinion, I don't. Even I hate Hollywood. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't sanction or I wouldn't say go ahead and upload it to online. Either you watch it, you don't. If it's proprietary or for some reason you don't like it, don't watch it. That's the thing. That's what I do. I I don't exactly do that. I have watched movies, from Pirate Bay. Not in the past 5 years though. But part of the reason is because I'm getting old. So there's so many superhero movies I don't watch them anymore, not that much. But also because the Pirate Bay, these days, so many going, the FBI, CIA, all these organizations are watching it. And technology also changes. They have, they have whatever, you have to be careful. Like you have, they have all kind of things. You know. Uh, so okay, I think that's about it today. Yeah. So let's see. Bartholomew says there is a German documentary that is in total several hours long, 5 hours, that exposes the political influence behind the scenes of German Wikipedia. Oh, okay. So this confirms precisely your opinion regarding Wikipedia. Yeah. Um, Bartholomew says, I'm not sure if it is precisely by Kim.com, but as far as I know, Mega NZ is the sequel. Okay. Uh, I don't like Kim.com. What's so funny about that? So a Maxim Bannon. What do you think about shortening copyright duration? Oh yeah, absolutely. That should be done. Copyright. I have actually I forgot to show my articles. My God, I need to show my articles. Xah Lee, okay, Xah Lee, Mega Upload, because I wrote some blogs. When things happen, I did wrote some blogs. Mega Upload Crime Boss. Okay, there it is. Let me show you some. This is his abode. Mega. Look at the house. Oh, so great. This is what 100 rooms. Auckland, New Zealand. 100 rooms. Oh, let's see. Super resolution photo. Let's see. Okay, aerial shot. Mega upload in Hong Kong headquarter. Mega beautiful. Okay, this is a guy, and that's his co-conspirators or something like that. And so yeah, I don't like I don't know him that much, but I did read I think he's a scum, and he's this fat guy, and once you are rich, you see, once you are rich, girls follow you. So sometimes you see he posts on Twitter. He's got wife, with beautiful wife, beautiful daughter. Like daughter, little girls, and it's cute. So when you see that photo, you cannot say what the fuck. This is a bad guy. It all looks cute. It's a family. Beautiful girls, and uh, yeah. But when you are rich, girls follow you. That's the key. That's that's actually the truth. You can have any girls. They are eager to uh, do whatever. You can grope or whatever. They be happy to. They are afraid you don't grope them. That's the reality when you are rich like that or like Trump. Uh, so yeah, copyright. Oh yeah, let's talk about copyright. So let me show you the Mickey Mouse copyright. Search Mickey Mouse copyright nation. So this is, I wrote this in 2006. This is a great artwork, um, And there's also okay, there's a CGP guy explaining on the copyright. That's worth watching actually. So let's see. Hold on a second. Let me get the. Oops, what is that? So we are about done. Okay. So any more questions? Type it, and we are about done. So I want to post this. So let's look at the oh yeah, CPG grade. So we want to um, there's he CPG Gray. He did a video about copyright. So he explained. So basically, copyright is a manifestation of U.S. United States of America, the greed of United States of America, which I am a member. So basically, they want to extend Mickey Mouse, Disney stuff. So in the beginning, it's like 50 years, then it's 70 years, then it's after the author dead, 50 years, then 100 years, then a million years. The fuck, these people. It's all it's all of this is about power struggle. Each one of us, basically, essentially, you know, um, yeah, that's it for today. So yeah, so I guess that's it for today. We talked about an hour, so thank you guys for coming. Anything else? Okay, bye guys.